It is Friday, the 21st of February, 2020. I've had my second opinion consult. I went to Affordable Dentures and Implants in Merrillville, Indiana. I got a workup of what I'm looking at as far as what they want to do the work and what they think is the best plan. In talking with this next dentist, we basically came up with the idea that I could keep probably the 4 teeth across the bottom, or maybe 2 and 2, but the issues that raises as far as care down the road, and actually evidently it's more complicated to make a bridge appliance than it is just to make a denture. And the fact that I would have to have recurring, I'd go back and do this again. In for a penny, in for a pound. If you're going to be a monkey, be a gorilla. So I went ahead and we had a discussion about doing it all. Just going ahead and doing all my extractions. I do have 25 extractions if we do them all, which is right now the plan. We had some conversations about implant supports and implanted for snap-on dentures. Initially, in the initial consult, I got a regular x-ray done. I sat with the doc. She went through and, did the whole bone cancer, mouth cancer screen, pokey poke, 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 shake, 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 pick, pick, pick. And we pretty much agreed that it's probably the best course of action overall to go ahead and do everything. So if I'm going to do implants, which right now is the plan, we're planning right now the treatment plan with 4 implants for my bottom support and with none in the top, because right now I'm not sure if I can do tops, because evidently my cuspids get pretty close to my sinuses based on the original x-ray. I went ahead and paid the extra $250 today for a deep cone scan, basically like a bone density CAT scan thing, so they get a better picture of what's going on inside the top part of my palate to see if it's workable between this and previous injuries and all the other crap that I've had done. So 25 extractions is not cheap, guys. It's honest to God, the biggest cost that I'm incurring here is actually the extractions. Just between the extractions and the implants, right now the projected plan is about $7,500 just for the extractions and 4 implants. And each implant is about $995, so call it $1,000. So take $4,000 off for the implants, it's $3,000 just for the removal of my teeth that I currently have. The denture is about $3,000 for the top and bottom plate, and I'm doing the high-end Cadillac Ultimate, what do they call it? Ultimate Fit, the big deal ones. Again, right now where there's no plan in the treatment plan for implant supports for the top right now, because we're not sure we can do that. Again, I had the scan. I didn't do any impressions or anything today. She's going to do some evaluations of my scans and get back to me. But as of right now, with this treatment plan in place, if I can't do anything in the top as far as supports, just going with a regular plate denture for the top and a 4 implant supported bottom, my E-Day right now is planned for the 28th of March, which is good for me and bad for me, which means I've got another month living with this crap the way it is, but it also means I get to go to Gulf Wars without worrying about healing. So I'll be able to go down to Mississippi from the 14th through the 22nd of March, and then the week after that is when I'm planning to get my E-Day. Projected healing time is about 6 months before we get to the point of exposing the implants and doing abutments. So that means I'll get my implant-supported denture, my perm, for lack of a better term, right around my birthday in September. So yay for that. Again, I got several sheets of paper here for that. Just as an overview for anybody who cares. Between the deep core scan that I got done today and the impressions I need to do for my immediate dentures that will also be used for my permanent dentures, I'm looking at $3,398 or so dollars. So like $3.5 grand just for that part. The extractions, which is literally 2 pages of this document, and the implants, as well as, this is the fun part, alveoplasty. Evidently they're going to, which is a really fancy way of saying we're going to Dremel your jawbone. So yay for that. I get to get my teeth pulled out at the same time that they're going to screw the titaniums in. And they don't do minis, which is fine, which means I'm going to get the 3 mil titanium screw style implants, which actually I'm happier about because based on all the research I can do as a layman, I'm finding that those tend to help better with lessening the resorption, which of course is a concern because, you know, they don't want to get the sunk face. Yeah, but between the extractions, the 4 full-size implants, and the alveoplasty in all 4 quadrants, I'm looking at about $7.5 grand just for the pre-treatment. That's not counting the dentures and the hardware that's going to eventually come along. In about 6 months, I'll have to go in and have the, because as I understand the procedure, they're going to basically pull all my teeth, do the alveoplasty, do the grinding on my jaw, and get everything flattened, ready. And they're also at the same time going to do, right now on the treatment plan, is 4 implants of the 3 mil type titanium screws in my bottom jaw, so probably 2 in the front and 2 on each side. Those will be under the gum, healed up, let it heal for 4 to 6 months, which means sometime around September, end of August, beginning of September, we'll go to the hardware fitment, where I'll go in for another appointment, and they'll basically open the gum, expose the top of the implant, put the abutment or the connection hardware into that, and they'll take the dentures and they'll modify those dentures by removing all the soft relines we're going to have to do in the healing process, do the other side of the abutment connection into the denture, and then snap it all together. And at that point, it's pretty much Cadillacing. We're going to see how it heals up. So right now, the big challenges I have ahead of me are getting the impressions done as soon as possible. And that's just collecting the 3,000 or so it's going to take for the impressions and the construction of the dentures themselves. Plan the extraction day, which again, we have it on the calendar right now, and make sure we've got the funding secured for that. And then heal up, which is the next big challenge. So, yeah. Again, maybe you guys don't care about this, I do, but I'll be honest with you, talking about it to the internet, just out to the world, putting it out there and outing myself a little bit is actually helping me get a lot more comfortable with this plan. Oh, we did have the conversation about my dentures having prominent cuspids. So maybe I'll get fangs like. The doc seemed to be okay with it. She kind of rolled her eyes a little bit. Her name's Dr. Irvine. Her first name, as far as I can tell, because we didn't do first name basis. Her name, according to my paperwork, is Nunya, which already makes me like her a lot. She was very nice. She very conversational. Didn't feel at any point like I was being judged or put down or like your dishes up. And I know like a lot of this is my fault. I'm aware of that. Take care of your teeth, yo. Go to the dentist. Don't let it sit and stew and rot in your mouth. Go get it fixed. Again, I don't have really any excuse other than, to a certain extent, some bad genetics. Everybody in my family has kind of bad teeth. And abusing the hell out of my teeth. You know, I smoked for years. When I was in the military for a while, I even experimented with dipping and chewing tobacco, but like you do. I quit smoking for the most part about 2 years ago. I relapse now and then, but for the most part, I've been out of it. I do still vape. I'm working at cutting that down or out. I don't really know what else to say, guys, other than I had my first appointment. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable, and I feel like we've got a workable plan.